evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to all Aries Kids family and especially our mentor Sohan sir. We are excited to invite you as a leader of this session of the Aries Kids Career Design Program. And your experience and passion for guiding our young talents will help to explore their career options and discover their passions. Thank you so much, sir. So proudly, I am inviting Sir Sohan sir, the powerful visionary leader and our mentor for lecturing this session. Sir, please start, sir.
Hi, good evening to all.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, see now, now onwards, this 1 hour session we will divide into 4. That means first one session, that is 15 minutes. First 15 minutes on the review of the last class, what we discussed last time, what you have done in the last 1 month, what changes you made. I will review it. Okay. Then the next 3 portions, 15 minutes into 3, that will be basic FSM principle. That is, your time should be equally divided for 1:1:1 principle. That is 1 for the body, 1 for the mind, and 1 for your karma. As a student, your karma is study, right? Okay. This way we will be dividing the time. What were the things you learned in the last 1 month or in the last session? What we discussed? Can you just give because I forgot everything. What we discussed and other things.
We discussed about Siddharth issue in the last class. That you told us to research on the what happened to him. Why did he suicide hostel?
Yeah. Then what else we discussed?
You talked about drugs, how it affects our body, and we should not use it.
Yeah.
And asked us to create a crypto account.
Okay.
Importance of artificial intelligence.
Okay. Yeah.
We talked about Sora.
Okay. So what do you have in the last 1 month in your life from the classes? What do you have practically applied in your life? Something.
When you said about Siddharth issue, most of them didn't know about that news. So you asked us to know, get on social media and know what's happening around us. I just look to what's happening around me and having about body and health also you said so.
Yeah.
They put everything was last month.
Okay. What is the practical application? Something, because these are all informations and other things you collected. Okay. One single things you implemented in your life from it. Something. You can say that because of the class, I applied something in my life. I got a result out of that. Anything? For example, I said about crypto account. You started a crypto account means it's a practical application. You learned about the crypto account means that is an information you have put it in your brain. Just like you are studying your academics. Okay. You are putting the thing. When you start a crypto account, it's a practical application. What's the point? Okay. For example, we decided you should look into your health. That means last 1 month you decided, okay, every day I will spend 1 hour for my health, and you started walking or you started in the gym or whatever it is. It is a practical application. Like that, how many of you have from the classes, what you got the information, and what all things you have applied? Just everyone tell at least one thing.
I started a crypto account.
Okay, very good. Someone else?
I started to read books.
Okay, very good. No one else? No practical application from other?
At the last class, you talked about how to keep our kidneys and liver healthy. So this month, I started eating more healthy food than the non-vegetarian junk food.
Okay.
And it keeps
Did you stop drinking Pepsi and Cola?
Yeah, these days I'm not drinking because I don't get the money for buying.
What is the best natural drink available around you?
Milk, milk itself. Water. That's the most protein drink that we should have. And water.
Water is there. What about coconut?
Yeah, coconut.
Karike. Okay. Someone else, please.
This is Amartya. And from last class, we had learned about how it's important to take care of our body by doing physical activity. So in the past month, I did lots of physical activities. Like I went to the gym and I did like dancing daily. I also played sports. So I applied that in my daily life.
Okay, good. For example, someone started reading books. Okay, you can repeat it, no problem. Okay, if someone else said, don't think that since that person said, I will not repeat it. No, if you focused on that one, you can tell that. Okay.
I started reading a new book, which is called The Hunchback of Notre Dame. It is a famous book written by Victor Hugo.
So how do you select the, because you are reading books? How do you select the books? Anyone recommend you, or you have a particular passion towards any particular field?
No, I want to discover all type of fields in the story because I don't know which I like. I like most types of books, fantasy, crime, or yeah.
How much time it takes for you to finish a book? That means, for example, how many pages were there for this book? Approximate 200 page, 300 page?
It is a 200-page book, and
around 200-page book. In how many hours could you finish it?
With 2 days because I have to do other chores in my my house.
2 days means how many hours? 10 hours? 5 hours?
I will take 3 hours, 3.5.
3.5 hours? Yeah, 3.5 hours for 200-page book. Okay, all right, okay. Yeah, someone else, please. We have 5 more minutes for the review.
The book Ikigai recently.
Yeah.
Then also I created the crypto wallet.
And also, one of the tasks that we had in the last month was like spending time with our family, going outside for like either picnics or we watch movies. So since we had Eid break, I did go with my family outside to lots of malls. Then we also explore like an obstacle course, and we watched also movies at home. Like we had a family movie at home itself. We had like that. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Next one.
With my family, we went to India, Kochi and all. Like we explored over there. Like we went over there to visit.
Okay, next one.
Safida, I read some of the books of Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, we have 3 more minutes. 1 or 2 person can talk.
I decided to explore more genres of reading because usually I stick to fiction books. But recently I started reading more focusing more on non-fiction books. So I've read a few books that way.
Okay, from the last book, what was because you spent a few hours to read the book, okay? Because you invested few hours for reading that book. So what was the takeaway? Because when you invest something, you should get something back, right?
Yes,
so what was the takeaway from that one?
Sir, the book I read, it was written by the author. The author's name is Bill Bryson. It's called A Really Short History of the World. It explains a lot about inventors and how the earth was like, how they found out the weight of the earth, things like that. I haven't finished it yet, but it's good.
Yeah, no, anything you can, for example, which will help you in your future or something. That means that is what is a takeaway basically, because so many informations are there in a book, but certain things it will influence you. Maybe sometimes the language is very good. Okay, so it will upgrade your writing skill or literary skill basically. So sometimes very unknown information, okay, you will get like that. So many. So any particular things you remember?
Specifically, I don't remember anything, but I gained a lot of things that will help me in the future.
But this is what everyone into the reading, you should try to understand that. See, reading is very good because it is upgrade. Unknowingly, you are developing your literary skill. Lot of things are there. But on top of that, end of the day, you should ask yourself, what I really got out of this book. Okay, because then, see, you invested 5 hours or 10 hours. This 10 hours you can invest in another book also. So, because unknowingly you are upgrading your literary skill, that is fine. But knowingly, what is the thing? What is the takeaway? If you feel like, okay, there is nothing in this book. Actually, keep on reading a certain book. After a few pages, if you feel like there is nothing in this book, better don't invest your time further. Because then you will be very choosy. You will focus on a particular field so that you will start finding the best books. Otherwise, you will keep on. This is just like you are having food. Okay, you can have healthy food, you can have waste food, junk food, right? Right. So if you are having healthy food, it will benefit you. Okay, the food is basically to get the energy. Plus, it should not spoil your health also, or it should support your health. Reading is also like this. Certain things you try to read healthy books. So slowly, this is the way you should ask yourself at the end of the reading, and when you finish the book, you should what is the takeaway from this book? Did I get something? When you compare with another book, whether that book was good or this book was good. Okay, should I? If it is a good book, good information is there, you can go for further books of the same author, right? Otherwise, don't depend on such kind of authors. Leave it. Okay, if you are not getting anything from that particular book, don't depend on that author. And also try to get feedback from your friends. Okay, someone is recommending this particular book is very good, go for it. Otherwise, you go for reviews. Book reviews, so many good book reviews are there, and then you will be very choosy. That means you will invest your, just like investing your money in very good shares, you will invest your time in very good books. Anyway, to develop the reading habits, initially any book will do, but slowly you need to improve the quality. Okay, now we need to get into the next session. That is our basic principle of FPSM is you need to split your time into three. One for your body, one for your mind, one for your karma. That is your studies. Basically, why these studies are for? You are spending hundreds of hours every month. Every year you are spending thousands of hours. But what is the final goal of this purpose? What is this journey for? Someone answer, please.
To get success.
What? I cannot hear.
To be successful in life.
Successful means what? Be very specific. End of the journey, because you are on a journey. Okay, education journey. Where you will reach at the end of the journey? You are spending maybe 17 years you are studying. At the end, you need to join some industry, some kind of, there are so many industry. Even you are joining defense. Defense is also an industry, basically. Defense industry, okay. You are becoming a army person or something. It is also a kind of industry. You are becoming a teacher. It's an educational industry. Okay, if you are becoming a nun or a spiritual guy, spiritualism is also a particular field of industry, basically, right? So final destination is some kind of industry. In any industry, there are two types of people. One is there are the leaders who are basically the managers and who are leading the others, and the followers. That is normal employees and leaders. So it is your choice to become a leader or a follower. To become a leader, you need to have some additional qualities, leadership qualities. How do you rate yourself? How many of you believe that you are a leader? Or how many of you believe that I am just a follower? How many leaders are here in this team? How many of you got the confidence that I am always a leader? Raise your arms. I don't see any confident hands. Confidence means this question comes to me, I'll say I am a leader. If you don't have that confidence right now, we need to develop it. Don't think that everyone is born with leaders' qualities, okay? But certain things we can develop it. So how we can develop the leadership quality? Otherwise, even if you become the first rank holder or something, if you don't develop this leadership, you can never become a team leader. You can never become a real manager or something. You will stick on to certain particular, even there are different kinds of projects are there. A project in which a team of people, a group of people are working, executing, and there will be a team leader like that. Otherwise, there are certain projects an individual can independently do it. So if you are not a good leader, maximum you can handle a project which you can independently do it. You cannot manage others. Managing others is a different ball game. You need to have extra skill for that one. But it can be easily developed, especially since you are just children. You have enough time to develop it. How is it possible? How is it possible? How to develop your leadership skill? What is the simplest way of developing? Anyone wants to answer?
Avoiding stage fear. Timing.
What?
Avoiding stage fear.
You need to have communication skill. Then only you can address others, right? So if you
Taking
develop communication skill,
responsibility.
naturally, yeah, taking responsibility. Yeah,
Time
tell me.
management.
Pardon?
Time
Yeah, time
management.
management. Yeah, good. Time management. Qualities are there. Yeah.
Observance.
Pardon?
Good observance.
Yes, good.
Kindness.
What is it?
Kindness.
Kindness. Okay, right. Okay, there are so many qualities required for a leader. Okay, so how to practice it? Practically, we can. There are many ways. You can, many people do is in the academics leadership. You need to read syllabus. No, you need to have a syllabus. You need to read certain things. You need to write exams in MBA and other things. These are the things we are doing. But very simple way. You don't need to read anything. You can practice certain things in your life, which I did in my life. Actually, when I was a university student, actually I have done so many events myself actually in my campus. Any event coming, I will jump into it. I will make sure that I take the responsibility. I conduct that event. Sometimes there won't be any budget for that event without because no, most of the events are conducted by the arts clubs and other things. They will not have any money to conduct it. But without money, small budget with big budget, the events are there. I take it up. I execute it. So unknowingly, I was developing my leadership skill because when you are handling this kind of events, you need to coordinate so many things. How many of you have conducted a birthday party? Because every year, many people celebrate birthdays. No, how many of you have handled your birthday by yourself without any, okay, because normally the birthdays are managed by your parents, right? How many of you have independently managed, planned everything, executed your birthday? Anyone? No one? How many of you celebrate birthdays? Everyone celebrate birthdays?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
See,
Yes, sir.
everyone celebrate birthdays. How many birthdays you have celebrated? At least in your memory, at least 5 birthdays or 10 birthdays you have celebrated, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, you celebrated your birthday. Who should be the first responsible person to celebrate it? It is your event. Okay. So take it as a challenge. Next birthday, you tell your parents that my birthday, you tell me how much you will spend for this thing. It can be 100 rupees, it can be 1,000 rupees or 10,000, whatever it is. You ask your parents how my birthday is coming, how much you will spare for me. Let me plan for it. So they will give a budget. So any project, first of all, either you plan everything and fix a budget, but any event should have a budget, right? So you know the date. Your birthday is very fixed. Okay. Everyone clearly know that your birthday is this particular day is your birthday. Sometimes you cannot celebrate it on that day because that day may be an exam or something. So in your calendar you can mark. Okay, I will celebrate the birthday on the previous night or next weekend or whatever it is, and you mark the date. So there should be a day and time to celebrate it. There should be a budget for that, right? Then you need to have a planning. Basically, how many guests should be there? Maybe you are going to celebrate it only with your family. Maybe you will invite your friends. Maybe you will invite your neighbors, and you need a cake. So many things you need to arrange. You need to have the canteen. So you need to have a checklist basically. When you make a planning, you need to have a checklist. Okay, these things. There's a cake. There's a knife. There's a lighter. There should be a candle. Then okay, any return gift you are giving that should be there. Decoration materials are there. Yeah, entertainment is there. So like this, so many things are there according to your planning. So you need to note down 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the event schedule. Okay, it is starting by 7 o'clock. 7:10, 7:20 this one, 7:40 this one. What is the duration? Everything you make it in a paper. That entire event, first of all, in a paper, you should conduct it. Using a paper and pen or in a mobile, you type. That is the event schedule. Then you need to have a checklist. What all things should be there. Then accordingly, if you don't have a checklist, what happens is you will miss. Other day we were conducting an event in my home actually. The very purpose was I called all the educational heads of our in Dubai. They were all here. The very purpose was I was talking to them about changing the educational system and other things. So I wanted to record it. I want to make it as a content. I want to circulate to other schools and other things. So the very purpose is to have a conduct. Everyone came. Everything was planned accordingly. But just before the event, I found that because the particular job was given to a junior person who is conducting the event for the first time. But what happened is everything is set ready. Last minute, I found that there is no cameraman. See, he did everything perfectly well. He missed out one thing. That is the camera. The video camera is not there. If without video camera, why should I conduct this event? If there is no content, but somehow I managed to get a camera, and there was a still photographer who knows how to operate it. We managed the situation. There's a crisis management was there. We managed it. But just imagine if he was having a checklist. The root cause of the problem was he was not having a checklist. If there was a checklist, it is clearly written, okay, video camera, distance, everything is there. So video camera will be there. So this is what happens with every event. Maybe you arrange everything. If you don't have a checklist, sometimes you have the cake, you have the candle, you have the knife, everything is ready. You don't have the lighter. What you will do? It is a flop, no? You cannot light the candle. If it is okay in your home, okay, it is not there. You can find out some other alternative. If it is a remote place, there is no other lighter there. It's a problem. So if always make sure that you should have a checklist. See, in Aries itself, every year we conduct youth festivals in Dubai. Actually, in the youth festival will be for 3 days or something, and we will have 6-7 stages parallelly, and all our office will be closed these 3 days, and they will be managing the entire event. Thousands of students are coming, participating, just like our Kerala Youth Festival. It's a big way, very professionally we are running. The very purpose was, it was a team building or it's a training session for us. All the stages managed by various people became the current directors are all, they were the old stage controllers actually. Basically, they were managing a particular stage. There's so many events happening there. So they got the confidence. They unknowingly they became leaders basically. So this is the way, the simplest way of becoming or getting trained as a project manager is managing your birthday. Maybe your first attempt may be a little bit failure. Don't worry. Okay, at the end of the event, you note down what all mistakes you did. You have to, because making a mistake is not a crime. It is out of your ignorance. That is not at all a crime. When you make a mistake, what you have to do is note down the mistake. Find out what was the reason for that mistake. That is called a root cause analysis. You need to go and find out the root cause, not on the top. You need to go, what was the very deep root of that particular issue? You have to correct there, not on the top. So find out the root cause, take corrective action. It should not repeat again. So next event, you make sure that it will not repeat. And update your checklist, because in the checklist, you missed out something. That was the root cause. So this is the way you need to conduct. So what you learned today, how to become a leader by yourself, by managing your birthday. See, even if you don't celebrate it, you next time you celebrate it with your parents with a small cake. You can make the cake yourself. You can make it in your home, a small cake or something. It is your leadership development skill, because when you start doing it, so many things are you are unknowingly doing it, because you need to invite the guest. So you should have a invitation list. You need to remind them. You need to arrange, okay, if you are providing food, you need to manage the food. So you need to manage the person who is preparing the food. So many things are coming. Okay. Then once you make it, once you get the confidence, you can start taking up more and more. For example, your school is organizing an excursion or something, or your class is organizing an excursion. You can go and say that, okay, I will manage this time. You become the leader. You manage everyone, plan the location. You go to, you make all the arrangements. Where should you have the food? Where you have to stay? Everything you can plan. But very beginning of that exercise should be from your birthday. Okay, agreed? Now our 15 minutes is over. Next, what is next? You want to go for health, or you want to go for your mind?
Mind.
Okay. tell me, what is basically this mind time we are spending for the mind? What all things you can do with that time? Basically, what is the ultimate goal of mind? You need to make yourself happy, basically. How many of you get happiness out of studies? Only the first rank holder gets the happiness, right? Second, the rest everyone, it's a headache, right? When the answer is coming, the first rank holder, he or she is very, very eager to get the result. Because he knows going to get the first, and I could have scored first rank. Okay, so your work may not give you all job satisfaction. But if you are doing that job with you have got the inborn talent of an artist, you are doing painting and drawing and painting, you are studying for that course or something, whether you score or not, you are least bothered because you are making good sketches, sculptures and other things. Your creativity is coming out. It gives you happiness. Tomorrow you become a good famous painter or something. Every creativity brings you joy. That means job satisfaction is also there. You don't need to depend on the mind. The job itself is the thing. But for you to plan properly with the specific targets you achieve. How was the session today? Make someone, okay, this is a good platform where you can improve your communication skill. A good leader should talk. So next 5 minutes, I am ready to listen from you. This is a golden opportunity. You can open your mouth. Don't be silent, because silence is the first signal that you are going to be a failure in your life as a leader. Okay, that means you can never ever become a leader if you keep yourself silent. The leadership quality come out with opening your mouth. Don't ever keep yourself mum. Okay.
Please start your interactive session right now because we have only three minutes more. You can ask questions to our mentor, and let's wind up soon.
So, okay, someone, can you tell me a few points? What all things you learned, or what all things we just it's a review actually. It's a rewinding whatever we discussed in 1 hour.
We should at least sweat daily.
We should drink a lot of water, minimum 2 to 3 liters of water per day.
Organize events.
Yeah.
Build up our leadership quality.
Yeah.
We should have 6 to 8 hours daily.
Yeah.
We learned that it's important that we develop our soft skills.
Yeah.
I understood that in life, the end goal is not only to earn money, not to be successful, but to also have a good, healthy body and mind.
Yes.
And we have to divide our days into 3 parts that are 8 hours each. And so we have to equally divide them and balance them out for our studies, our health, like our mind, like our mental health, our physical health, equally.
Yeah, very good.
Sir, I had a doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, within these 3 parts, health, mind, and karma, under which of these does the free time come? And what's the free time, the time we spend for relaxation? So,
I see. Basically, what is relaxation? Either your mind you are getting free. Okay, it's a mind rejuvenation, basically, right? When you are, for example, you are meditating, you are just meditating, doing nothing. When you are meditating, you will not have any set, right? Anything you get the set out of is for the health. So if you are meditating, take the time from the mind because you are recharging your mind. Okay, it's just like recharging your battery. It is basically a mind game.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, anyone else? Thank you, dear Aries kids, for attending this wonderful session. Thank you to our mentor, Sohan sir, for the insightful session on leadership qualities and punctuality through FSM and health, your mind, body, karma, everything. And your guidance is truly valuable for shaping our skills, our mindset for success. And we are awaiting your next session. So thank you so much, Sohan sir, for your wonderful time and all. Thank you all.
The next 1 month, you should be 100% punctual in your life. Okay, because punctuality should be a habit in your life. Done?
Sure.
So.
Okay, bye.
Okay.